Right, hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. And today it's the third League One show on the channel. It's been 3 or 4 weeks since we've last did one, but yeah, struggling to get people on, but yeah, we have found someone. So Ozzy, welcome on the channel. Just introduce yourself. What do you do on your channel?
Alright, I like to do like football vlogs, maybe edits. I like to go and watch Yeovil, my local, like every time I've got the opportunity, I quite like to go. Yeah, quite good.
Yeah. So like, how did your channel start then? What was that? What was the idea? How did it start?
So I've wanted a channel for like quite a while, and I managed to get it set up. It's like a little surprise, and it was quite good. And I was thinking of like what to post, what to do that, and I started off with like some really low quality videos, like just maybe like a 10-second video of the black screen. But yeah, and then I started to realise I've got CapCut. Then I started to make a few edits on it, and then I realised I could go and watch Yeovil and vlog it, and then I've just started to do that, and now here I am.
Yeah, I mean, the channel has definitely grown. I'm sure it'll get bigger and bigger as time goes on.
Yeah, hopefully.
And then you never know, maybe we'll see Yeovil soon in League Two, in League One, you know.
Hopefully, it's a dream.
Right, so what we're gonna start with, as we say, we've missed quite a few weeks, so we're just gonna come onto the League One table and see how it looks. So we'll start from bottom to top. So if we have a look here, we've got Rotherham, Northampton, and Port Vale all in the bottom three, and then there's a 7 point gap between Rotherham and Exeter, who currently sit 21st, do Exeter, and then there's a 2 point gap between Blackpool and Exeter. So 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, there's a massive gap between all of them, and 20th. So as I say, start with Port Vale. If we have a look at the recent form, been inconsistent, very inconsistent. So a 4-0 loss to Wycombe. It's not a good enough performance. No fight whatsoever. Second half, I thought a couple players came on, Onel Hernandez, Andre Gray, and changed the game a little bit, but just need to find the back of the net. Then it was another disappointing performance against Doncaster as well. Again, just very slow, not good enough. But we picked up a very good win against Bolton. A very good win. Bolton currently sit third, doing quite well, and it was good to get a win going. Then obviously a really disappointing 3-2 loss to Blackpool, a game where we should have definitely gotten a draw from. Yeah, that has now left us 14 points from 20th, and now we've just kind of got hope that we can get some points on the board. Hopefully, Wigan and Blackpool and Exeter drop points, as we need them to drop points, and we've got to win our next 4 games. We've got 8 games left. The next 4 games are the easiest out of all of them. Rotherham, Barnsley, Peterborough, Wigan. 2 of them mid-table. Then we've got 2 of them who are in a relegation battle. So then 4 we have to win. We're gonna come on to the kind of relegation battle now and get your thoughts on it, Ozzy.
Alright.
Looking at it, what are your thoughts on it? Kind of predictions for it.
Unfortunately, I do see the Vale going down. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
I just don't think they're good enough. Kind of maybe get down League Two, rebuild, and get straight back up next season, and then try and get a stable squad. Northampton, kind of seeing them there and thereabouts. Like, I don't really see any of Port Vale, Northampton, or Rotherham staying up, to be honest,
Yeah.
because I just don't really think they're good enough, to be honest. I do hope Exeter can kind of go up. Like, I've got a little bit of soft spot quite close to Yeovil, but yeah. So I do hope Exeter can stay up. I think they can, to be honest. Blackpool, I don't think are that. When I've watched them, I don't think they're that strong. And I think Exeter, I think they'll pick up some form, and I think they'll get themselves out of the relegation scrap quite comfortably. I still think Wigan and Burton are in it, to be honest. Yeah, I think if you guys beat Wigan, I think you might have a chance, or I think Wigan might be still in with a shout at going down. And Burton kind of same with Wigan, just maybe like a point ahead. Yeah, I do think Leyton Orient and the others will be safe, but yeah, that's kind of my view on it.
Yeah, I agree with you, to be honest. Rotherham, Northampton, not showing enough quality going forward, and they're not very good at the back. And we have got Rotherham coming up as well, Tuesday night. I mean, if we lose that one, I think, yeah, we know we're down. So then it's just about, hopefully, the Chelsea game doesn't run to enter extra time, as we've obviously got a very busy schedule. And,
Yeah,
we can't afford to be playing extra minutes, especially if you still want a chance of staying up. Northampton don't score enough goals and, yeah, aren't very good at the back. I think they're going down with Vale. Rotherham, same, they've got Sam Nombe. Not sure if he's injured. But yeah, Sam Nombe, a good threat. Played him first game of the season and he banged in a goal. So he looks, if Rotherham go down, Sam Nombe's going to another team in League One, I think. He's a good League One player.
yeah,
Blackpool, I think they show a bit of quality. They've got goal scorers and they've got people who can change a game. Wigan, they weren't too bad when we played them. And I've watched them a bit and they're not too bad. Obviously, last 5 games, they've won 2, drawn 1 and lost 2. So, they can pick up a win when they need one. Same with Burton, inconsistent. Then you've got Doncaster, Mansfield, and Leyton Orient, who should comfortably stay up, especially Mansfield, who have got 2 games in hand over pretty much everyone, and 3 games in hand over Blackpool and Exeter. So it's going to be a very interesting one. And also, looking at last season as well, of the points, 2 seasons ago, the points gap, the points you needed to reach was only 46. You needed 46 points to stay up, as what Burton got. If we have a look now, with 8 games to play, Blackpool are on 45, so it kind of, it just kind of goes to show how tight the league is, and Vale have to win the next 4 games. It's as simple as that. We can afford a loss the next 4 games coming up after them 4 games have been played, but we've got to at least win like 7 out of the 8. We can afford 1 loss, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Pretty much agree with you there, to be honest.
yeah,
I mean, every game's crucial now for each team in that battle. It's every game's crucial, and on Friday we're just going to be hoping that Exeter, Blackpool, and Wigan all lose.
yeah.
And Burton, to be fair, because they still are in it. So moving up to the kind of mid-table area now. Barnsley's an interesting one. They've caught people's eye. Spent quite a lot in the transfer window, and only 13th. Haven't won in 4 games. Last 5 games they've drew 3, won 1, and lost 1. And 10 points away from the top. 11 points from the top 6. Want to know your thoughts on that one? Aussie spending, quite a lot in the transfer window, Barnsley, and not really showing enough quality.
No, I don't think so. So they have, obviously, they have Burton next on Friday. To be honest, I think that's a massive game for Burton. No, we're not really kind of focusing on right now. By the looks of the table, points wise, it still looks like even up to Peterborough, they're all still kind of in it because there's only 5 points separating Peterborough and Blackpool.
Yeah.
So that is like, yeah, I think it'll be quite interesting to look out for that. Yeah, Barnsley, they're difficult to predict, I'd say, because I know I don't watch much League One. I'm just looking at their next like fixtures now. I think, yeah, it's just they've bought a lot of players. And I think they could probably beat you guys, Rotherham, Burton. Yeah, I think they'll win their. I'd say maybe 4 out of their next remaining games. Yeah, I think Barnsley kind of mid-table where you'd expect at the moment.
Yeah, coming into the season, start of the season, I predicted them quite high, to be honest, and haven't really lived up to expectations. 9 games left for them. They've faced Burton, which I think Barnsley should be winning. Plymouth, I expect Plymouth to win. Rotherham, another one that Barnsley should be winning. Port Vale, Barnsley should be winning them. Should be winning us as well, so that's 3. Then Bradford, Stevenage, Luton and Stockport, I think they'll lose to, but Northampton as well, I think they should be winning. So that's 4 out of the 9, which should keep them up pretty comfortably. And I think they're on 50 points. I think they need another 2 wins, and I think they're safe. Maybe even 3 without how the table's looking. But another one is Peterborough. Now, Peterborough haven't done as bad as because, at the start of the season, first 15 games, they were in the relegation zone. They were looking awful, but they have done quite well to get up to 12th. And, getting into that top 12 would be a decent season for Peterborough. Let us know your thoughts on that one.
Yeah, as you said, like they were in a bit of a scrap, and I watched one or two of their games, and they were just appalling when I watched them. Like, I don't know who they were playing against, but they were just awful. They've done quite well to get up to where they are now, and I think they should be safe realistically. Yeah, should be kind of relatively comfortable now. Looking at their last games, they beat you guys. I think, looking at it, they've got Luton, so a massive mid-table clash. Cardiff on Easter Monday, which I think could go probably more like the Cardiff. But yeah, that's kind of, they're kind of thereabouts. Not really got much else to say.
Yeah, I think obviously they're on the same points, but I think Peterborough do kind of show a bit more quality, in my opinion, and they can pick up a win when they need one as well. I think Barnsley, they haven't won in 4. Performances haven't been good enough, and when I've watched them, I just don't think they've been good enough at all. And they do concede quite a few goals as well. 60 goals conceded, which isn't good enough. Which is one of the most in the league as well. For having a look, I think they're in like the bottom 4 for goals conceded as well, so that's not good.
No, not really.
So, looking, there's a 5-point gap between Peterborough and Luton. So Luton, they've picked up 4 last 4 games, 1-2, drew 2. They picked up form and they picked up a decent result last game against Stockport, which was a 1-1 draw. But not a good enough season. Back-to-back relegations in the mid-table, well, looking like a mid-table League One finish. Not good enough for Luton at all. Your thoughts on this one?
Seeing them in the Prem like a couple of years ago, I genuinely thought they probably could have done a lot better, to be honest.
Yeah, I thought
did
they'd
alright
stay
in the
up there,
Prem.
to be honest.
They did alright in the Prem. Like not even being the worst team, which we all kind of expected. And Championship, I was surprised at their finish. I thought they probably would have stayed up quite comfortably and maybe even tried to get up. Yeah, it disappointing from the club that was in the Prem 2 years ago. Yeah, mid-table League One finish, maybe a late push to go up. I mean, I think the playoff places start at 7th, but I'm not really sure. Yeah, that'd be about 5 points between Stevenage and Luton. Yeah, not really much to say about these mid-table teams at the moment. They're kind of just thereabouts.
Yeah, so it's top 6 that go up. Well, top 6 that you got top 2 go up. Then between 3rd and 6th is the playoffs. So they are 6 points from 6th, which is Reading. They've got 1 game in hand over Reading as well. So it's they still can make a push into that 6th place. And I mean, we're going to come up to the top 6 as well, because I want to kind of go over Bradford and Stockport as well, and Bolton. So them 3 teams. Look, 3 or 4 weeks ago when I was doing this with Brubby on tour, Bradford, Stockport, and Bolton were comfortably in that top 6. Now, obviously, come 3 or 4 weeks later, Bolton are only 6 points away from 7th. Bradford are only 5 points away from 7th, and Stockport are only 3 points away from 7th. So it's very much, I mean, it's wide open for me. I think anyone from 11th to onwards can get into that playoff places. Huddersfield, they were in the top 6 when we did it 3 weeks ago. Now they're at 10. Now they're out of it in 10th, having lost the last game to Plymouth, which was a brilliant win for Plymouth. And Plymouth also were in a really bad position. First 15-20 games, they were around about 19th, 20th. But now they've come up, they've done really well. Form's been going brilliant for them, and now they are 9th and with a good chance of getting in them playoffs. So, I mean, top 2, I think we all know that top 2 is going to be just about deciding who's going to get first. I think we all know it's kind of going to be Lincoln, unless Cardiff go on a really good run and hope that Lincoln drop points. But Cardiff are just so inconsistent. But I want to hear your top 6 predictions, and then we'll see how this affects the end of the season and see if you got any right. As I mean, it's wide open.
Yeah,
so starting from 1st to 6th, I want to hear your top 6 predictions.
All right. So I think Lincoln, they'll probably ease their way to the league. With Cardiff and Bolton, you've said that, as you've said, Cardiff have been inconsistent. So if Bolton, I think when they'll beat Bolton, like that hurt their chances quite a lot. But I think if Bolton go on a winning run, and if Cardiff just keep their inconsistency up, I could see Bolton going up to second. Might seem very delusional, but I could see it. I think Bradford City. I think they'll be quite comfortable. Maybe fourth or fifth they'll end up. Stockport. See, I've went there, so I remember them in the non-league days. When I had an away day there, it was quite good actually. It's quite crazy to see how these guys are now pushing for championship. But yeah, I think Stockport, I could see them either getting fifth and like be quite comfortable with it, or end up making it quite hard for themselves and like end up making it a last game of the season kind of scrap. And I think Reading. I don't think Reading are good enough. I think Stevenage will get him. So personally, it'll be Lincoln, Bolton, Cardiff, Stockport, Bradford, and Reading. And that'll be my top 6.
So, Steve, would you put Stevenage as just missing out there?
I do think they will miss out just last game of the season.
To be honest, I want to go back to the point that you said about Bolton and Cardiff. I think Cardiff, if they kept up their inconsistent form, I still think that would be good enough to keep them in that top 2. I think Bolton haven't won in 3 games, lost to a very poor Port Vale side. I just don't see them getting into the top 2. I'm going to go completely different on this. I'm going to mix things up. I'm going Lincoln. I'm going Cardiff. I'll go Lincoln, I'll go Cardiff, I'll go Stockport, I'll go Bolton 4th, I'll go Reading 5th, and I'm going I'll go Plymouth 6th. I think so. Let me just get that down on notes because I'll probably forget, to be honest. So I think Lincoln will comfortably be champions.
Yeah, agreed.
So then I've got Cardiff. And then I'm going to go Stockport. And then 4th. Said Reading.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Reading 4th. Or actually, I'll go Bolton 4th, and then Reading 5th, then Plymouth in that top 6, and then I think Huddersfield will just miss out. I think Stevenage, Bradford, will miss out. I think it'll be very close, but fortunately for Bradford, I think they'll miss out.
Yeah.
They are our top 6 predictions. Coming on to the bottom 4, starting from 24th to 20th. Your bottom 5 predictions.
All right, so I think, to be honest, I think Northampton will come last. I think Northampton in 24th. I think then it'll be Vale. Quite close between them and Rotherham. Quite maybe a shock, but I do think Blackpool could go down. Or maybe not a shock, whatever. I think Blackpool could go down. I think Exeter will be quite comfortable in the end. And I think Burton could be 20th and Wigan being quite comfortable as well.
Yeah. I'm actually going to go Rotherham 24th. I'm going to go Northampton 23rd. And I think Vale will be about 12th. I think we'll stay up comfortably. No, I'm only joking. Yeah, we're going down. I'll put us 22nd. I'll be positive. May as well be a bit positive. I'll go Vale 22nd. And then I would want to see Blackpool go down. because I want a good away day.
Yeah, don't blame you.
But I do actually think Exeter will go down. I think, and then it'll be Wigan 20th for me. And then Burton 19th, Blackpool 18th.
Yeah.
But I mean, you never know. One of them teams that are on 50 points could end up being in that bottom four. You just never know.
No.
So, let's have a look for time because I've got a plan. Yeah, 25 minutes. So I've got a limited 30-minute plan on my StreamYard. So that's going to be all for today. I really appreciate you coming on and giving your League One thoughts.
Yeah.
You've
No
done very
worries.
well. With you, we'll be in the National League as well. Your knowledge on League One is quite decent as well. And hope to see you on next week.
Who knows? Who knows?
Make sure to go and subscribe to Ozzy's channel as well. Sure, you'll really appreciate it. And that's going to be all for today. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you for the next video, which will be the League One quiz. Then after that, it's a massive vlog against Chelsea. Like and subscribe, everyone, and up the Vale.
Kill 'em.